Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. And after 2 nights of sleeping, all right. Last night was like, oh no. So, I think what I'm going to do is medicine today.
Did you medicine?
I didn't yet.
Okay.
For the last 2 days, I didn't medicine because I was feeling good. I was like, well, all right. Okay, I guess things are good. Look at that, things are good. And now I'm like, maybe they're not, actually.
You could go get
Remind me at 10:15 a.m. Drugs.
Okay.
She got there. Yeah, I'm gonna take some meds today and see if I can kind of finish this, because I've been sick now for a bit. I don't want to be sick no more. Mal's doing good.
Yeah, I'm great.
You still have some of the
Not really.
but I think it's from pollen.
Yeah.
So we'll see how I do. Mine's not from pollen. As far as I know, I'm not allergic to pollen. I haven't, ingested it or anything to find out for sure.
I need to grab a snack. I'm hungry.
I was hungry too, but I couldn't figure out what to get. She's gone. I kind of wanted to do toast. But it was going to take a few minutes, and I was like, I get it after. Y'all know what we still have that we don't really eat a lot of because it's in the wrong room for food? And that is that box of snacks that we had for Extra Life. We still have a fair bit of them. But it's in the tabletop room. So you have to walk towards the pantry, but then just keep walking past the pantry. Pantry is the place you would stop if you wanted to have a food. That's where the food is. But you got past that and walk into that room, and then on the floor in a box is all of this stuff. Why not move the snacks to the pantry then? That would be a logical step. The problem is, if it goes in the pantry, the only place it'll fit in the pantry is the floor. If it's in the floor of the pantry, you can't move in the pantry. So we keep it in the tabletop room. The Extra Life snacks.
Oh. We're out of the ones I like.
The ones you like?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many kinds of snacks.
Not really anymore.
Oh, really? Are we down to just a box of what's the chip brand that's not real good? Wise. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, what is this? What is this? It's drugs. Will you sing a duet about drugs with me?
Sometimes drugs are like that.
You need to medicate.
When you have a cold,
Then you can feel great.
Sudafed can be your friend.
It'll make you feel strong.
It can also not be, so...
Long? You shouldn't take it very long. If you take it too long, you gotta go to the doctor to get your stomach pumped. Sorry, I didn't know where you were going. I had to come up with a rhyme. You can say anything, so I was like, I mean, in fairness, you shouldn't take drugs too long.
As directed.
As directed. Well, I mean, as directed, and then on top of as directed, if you're living on ibuprofen, that's bad. That's not super good. And like certainly there's situations where, depending on the medical condition and what's going on, you may not have much of a choice if you're just trying to like exist. But separate from that, if you find yourself taking like a particular drug like nonstop all the time, maybe consult a doctor if you have not already. Yeah, obviously, if you're living on it with doctor's orders, like that's fine. I watched someone I love very much take a bajillion ibuprofen. Yeah, that was hard.
Not at once.
And today's breakfast.
I mean, it felt like that some days.
Yeah. So. Thank you for specifying. It's time for Grandma's old recipe, ibuprofen stew. Why is everyone dead?
I had my heating pack out yesterday because my shoulder hurt. And there's paint on it. And I was reminded that used to be like a thing that kind of just lived on my lap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chronic pain bad. By the way, that was 6,000 bits from Siraj, who just wrote, drugs. Don't take them for too long, unless you do and need to. Like everything in life, there are plenty of don't do this. Unless you need to do it, then do it. Let's read the alerts. We got 37 months from Shattered Muse, 15 from Taylor Grovehorn, 57 from Siraj, 65 from Epic DXX, 53 from Devstet, 71 from Darkness Bride, 41 from Sweet Serene, 16 from Nita307. Have a little snack.
You will certainly not feel like a failure after purchasing Petit Edouard's bitter mushroom and pickle gelatin.
We still have Petit Edouard.
We do have Petit Edouard.
1050 from
Clearing
Elise.
out dinner leftovers. I think those are,
Expired.
yeah, the FDA does not think you should be eating leftovers 8 days later.
Yeah, these must be pretty special leftovers. Oh my god, I know what I should have had for breakfast. Especially if you're having yogurt pretzels.
What?
Tart. Ooh. I know what I'm gonna do. 1050 Renisa says, Eddie, what is left in the snack crate? On a related note, host a Clear the Crate party? I think what I could do... I mean, I don't know... We could host a Clear the Crate party. I don't know that it would go super, super well. I don't know that people want to just sit around and eat those. But if, as an alternative, during any time people are over, if I just set those out, they will go away. I don't know if people want to come over and eat Ritz crackers, but if they're around, people will eat them. So
We should consider going through the pantry.
yes.
It's been on my to-do list for a while. Maybe next month, because this month's big job is the filing cabinet.
Yeah. God, that filing cabinet. Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. Is that not like the pinnacle of adulthood?
The last time I did it was before we moved here.
Okay.
So it was all done.
Yeah. Yeah. The filing cabinet, I think, is that might be like the top ladder rung of adulthood.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to go through the filing cabinet. Ugh. Nothing strikes fear into the hearts of children worried about becoming adults more than that phrase. Stumpy says, I didn't know people had filing cabinets at home. In fairness, I guess, like, we run a business,
Yeah.
so we probably have a little more paperwork than most people. Although, like, most people have, like, some sort of... You gotta put your papers somewhere. At least in the U.S., if you exist in the U.S.,
You're supposed to keep copies of your taxes.
yeah, you've got, like, some level of important stuff that's gotta go somewhere. It's called the trash can. Take that, Uncle Sam. Anyway,
I think most people could get away with one of those, like, plastic bins with, like, a couple files. Like, you need a file for your car with, like, the important stuff for that in it.
I mean, yeah, it depends how you want to do things. You could shove everything into, like, a box in the closet and be like, that's it.
All the stuff's on the bottom.
You know, if you looking back in the last 5 to 7 years have never needed your paperwork for anything ever,
There's recommendations about how long you should keep things.
I think it's like 7 years. 7 years on taxes.
I
Something
thought
like
it was
that.
10.
NDL says 3.
What? NDL, even our business stuff?
Sorry, you're allowed to listen to NDL.
With
NDL
taxes.
is a tax person. Stumpy says IRS goes back 7 years. I'm an accountant. Ooh, accountant fight. What's the difference between the 3-year thing and the 7-year thing? Because I always heard 7. GA Studio says HR professional. Okay, so we had 2 people say 7. Now I'm real curious why NDL said 3. And it'll probably take some time to, like, write it. So in the meantime, I'm going to look over here and say bitter mushroom and pickled gelatin. We never actually addressed the food itself. Probably because it sounds terrible.
It does sound terrible.
NDL says, I need to double check. I may be thinking corporate. Oh, okay. Split the difference and say 5. In fairness, most people, like, won't need them. I'm not saying you should get rid of them. You shouldn't. Also, it's not very much paperwork. Like, put it in a box in the closet.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want bitter mushroom and pickled gelatin. It's so disgusting. I do. You know what I do want though? I want that tart. You got to go downstairs and get what would you get?
I just got a few pretzels, so I had something in my stomach.
Yeah. And I want something in my stomach, and I want it to be tart. Do you want tart? Do you want me to bring you tart? Is that what you want? Because I'll bring you tart, because I'm going to be cutting up tart
Yes,
anyway.
put it on that plate, though. You don't need to get me another plate.
With the pretzels?
I mean, next to the pretzels.
Next to the pretzels?
Yes.
Or next to this?
Become one with your ancestors and taste Petit Edouard's spicy frog leg in butterscotch stew.
Is this Frogmore stew?
Frog leg and butterscotch stew? I think that's still maybe preferable to bitter mushroom and pickled gelatin. From Aldo, Eddie, do you have tart? Just not tart. Butterscotch stew, the concept of butterscotch stew is really interesting, though. Did you Google the word big again?
No. I was trying to Google Frogmore stew, and I was one-handed typing, and I typed frog, period, and searched it, and it came up with a picture of a frog.
So it was actually remarkably similar to the story of Big, really. What am I looking for today? Frog.
I've never had Frogmore stew, have you?
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that.
It's a South Carolinian thing. I thought you'd had it. It's basically Old Bay, potato, sausage, corn, and shrimp. It's kind of jambalaya.
I've never heard of that. I thought you were going to say it contained frog.
No.
I've never had frog either.
It's a low country dish.
I would try frog legs, but
I've had frog.
It's not high on my list. It's like why would I want tiny chicken? If anything, I want big chicken, and they're called turkeys. And that's why you go to the fair. The statement was really great for that music. I'm going to go eat... Well, I'm not going to eat it down there, but I'm going to go return with tart.
Okay.
And you want tart also?
Yes.
Is there a half a tart left?
Yes, I already cut it. You just have to put it on a plate.
Awesome. You made my life so much easier.
I know.
And you want those pretzels.
No, but just take the plate.
You don't want the pretzels.
No.
I will eat them.
Okay, you eat them.
They're going to be my snack on the way to get the tart. Y'all got to see this tart.
Go.
But you will. You will see it. Hold on.
Go. Goodbye. We have hold music while you're gone.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, come here. This is the perfect song. We have 52 months from Starry Phoenix, 32 from Handstone Mama, 65 from Squircle, 54 from Desi Desitel. Please hold. 65 from Writer Book Ninja, 30 from Cascadisa. Did I say 30? That didn't say 30, did it? It did say 30. 63 from Jacket K, 22 from Bricklin, 42 from Devoid Art. Cheesehammer gifted a sub to Cheese Medicine. 35 from Warrant Zero. 100 bits from Writer Book Ninja. Numbers hard. It early. I'm tired. I biked so far on Sunday. So far. I am sore. Just this muscle right here. This muscle hurt a lot. We have a 9-month resub at tier 2 from RARXD, 50 months from GA Studios, and then Cosmic Thrill gifted a sub to NDL, and Cheesehammer gifted a sub to Accountant Fighter. Maybe coffee will help? I'm hoping coffee helps. I biked 45 miles on Sunday. I went very far. And this muscle hurts. This one, specifically, on this side only. And Dan was like, why just one side? And I was like, well, because I'm always checking over my shoulder. And because we drive on the right side, I'm checking over my shoulder on the left to make sure that one of those aero bikes isn't coming up behind me so that I can pass the people on foot. So I'm always checking over my shoulder when I'm passing people on foot. And he said, I thought you were aiming to get 37. See, I got halfway.
Mal's older now.
Yeah, I'm now older. What's half of that?
Half of what? 37?
Yeah.
18 and a half.
18 and a half, yeah. So I got to like 18 and a half. Well, I was getting close to 18 and it was an out and back situation. And then I thought, I could just do the whole trail. So I did.
I tell you what, this is one of them out and back situations.
So I went the whole trail. And then I got to the very end of it. And I had chips and guacamole. And then I came back. And see, the hard thing about, you know, deciding that at the halfway point of your ride and not like near the end, especially when you're going all the way out somewhere and back, is that you have to come back. That was the hard part.
Yeah, how have you been explaining your birthday?
Yeah, because I got out and I felt great. And I was like, look, I did it. I did the whole trail. And then I had to go back. And like, most of the coming back was fine. But I got to like mile 35 and I was like, oh, this is bad.
It's hard to gauge that.
Mile 35 was not fun. So then I took a break. Had some red vines and some water. Talked to some cyclists I met on that route. And then the very last mile sucked because I got there and I was at 44.8 and I was like, oh, I could make this a nice 45 round number. So then I circled the parking lot for a little bit. And then when I hit 45, I was like, cool. And then I turned off my bike computer and was done. And then I got home and had to go upstairs.
Impossible.
My quads were very unhappy.
This is Mal's birthday cake,
Yes.
which is why we have this. Mal's birthday was not the most ideal birthday situation.
No.
Because, like...
Isn't what we planned and isn't what I was, like, wanting. But we made the best of it and it was good.
It means a lot.
Thank you.
It means a lot to hear you say that because, like, I was doing my best. This weekend, the rest of TRC got together on Saturday and went out and did stuff. And then on Sunday got together and made homemade sushi. Like, they got all the supplies and did that. And we didn't get to participate in that, so that was unfortunate. But Dan had a great birthday. And since, you know, Mal and I were stuck together, I wanted to do everything I could to make sure that the birthday, like, was still good. So we hung out together on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And we played... Mal's always wanted to play Monkey Island. And I was like, all right. So we started playing The Secret of Monkey Island. And then on Sunday, Mal did a ride, and then when she was home,
You went and you picked up some things. Including this.
Yeah.
Give me the bird!
So, it's unfortunate because my plan was, since everyone else was having sushi that day, as I was going to go to Costco, because Costco has sushi, like they have like a sashimi tray, and I went to Costco because I was like, I'm gonna run in Costco and see if I can get this sashimi tray, and then they didn't have it that day, and I was like, oh. So I told Mal, I was like, this was my plan. We can get sushi if you want. Like, we can DoorDash it, or we can get it from the grocery store, or whatever. And she's like, no, let's get it from Costco and just wait until we can get it from Costco. I was like, okay. So then we ate.
Subs.
Yeah, we went and got subs. But I had picked up this Tart. Oh, and the other thing is I nailed Mal's birthday gift. And the way that I know that I nailed it is because on Saturday, Mal was lamenting about how everyone was getting together and that we couldn't get together with them, and that was sad, and we needed something to do. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, ugh, I wish we had one of those puzzles, because when Kep passed, we got one of the special 1,000-piece puzzles that like moves around and then there's more puzzle or whatever. And she was like, that was so fun. I wish we had another puzzle. And I'm sitting there as she's saying this on Saturday, and I'm thinking, that's literally what I got you for your birthday. It's wrapped up and you're getting it tomorrow. But I couldn't say that. So I'm just like, yeah, we'll find something to do today, though. And then on Sunday, she opened that and she's like, the puzzle! And I was like, yeah. But why did you put nails in it? Because it belonged on the wall. We got 1,000 nails. And now it's beautiful. It's up on the wall. The landlord's gonna love it. Do you know the name of the puzzle?
Mm-mm.
Is it Rock City?
Mm-mm.
Something like that. Oh, and then the other thing was, when you looked at the puzzle, because there's like 15 different puzzles, you're like, oh, this is the one that I wanted to get next. And I was like, yes! Yeah, awesome! Because we hadn't even talked about that. I just based it off of like, what would we want to do? And I was like, this one seems like the good one. I did good.
Mm-hmm. You did do good, thank you.
Would it have been better to have been around everyone? I mean, yeah. But you gotta take what you can get, and that's what we could get. Also realized yesterday during our group meeting that I have not seen Chaz in person since the marathon. Because, like, either they were sick or we were sick or whatever. I can't believe it's been 5 weeks? Maybe going on 6 weeks?
We did see him on the balcony.
Yes. This is a lot of Tart.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gone now. This is all it was, but it had been a while since we had a Tart also. So I thought that'd be a fun dessert.
Oh, the other thing that hurts from the bike ride is my hands and my wrists.
From leaning on the bars?
The drops.
Are they called drops?
I have drops. You do not have drops.
I know, I'm trying to... What is a drop?
The handlebar.
Because they curl?
Yeah, mine has curls.
And the curls are the drops.
The curls are the drops.
Okay. I'm learning.
I learned this weekend. This is going to be bike talk. Cool, you're eating that? When I was very young, my parents had a pair of road bikes. My mom's was gold and my dad's was red. And I knew what my mom's was because it had this like rainbow decal on it. And it was mostly like goldish copper and it had this rainbow decal and I knew they were both Schwinn's. And I knew they were about somewhere in the 70s. So I know what my mom's bike is. It's a Latour 3. I looked it up and I was like, oh, cool. It's like a $300, $400 bike now. Like if you bought it used in good condition. And hers is in good condition. It's like, what is my dad's? And I have a photo of them because Carly has my dad's bike and I had taken a photo when I was there. And my mom still has her bike and I took a photo when I was there for the baby shower. And I found out my dad's is a Schwinn Paramount. And that bike is worth some money in good shape. But it's really cool because it's like a 1970s bike and it's very vintage. And I was like, Carly, I need to find out how much it's going to cost to get this bike redone. Because I really want to show up to like a critical mass ride, which is like a monthly ride that they do in cities, trying to like show city leaders how important bike lanes are. And I really want to show up to critical mass with a 1970s bike. Because people show up like with tandems and like penny farthings and stuff. I think it'd be great. But I don't think the bike will fit me.
Oh, well.
That's the problem.
That is a problem.
So next time I go see Carly and Kyle and Jordan, I'm gonna have to like measure the bike. Because I'm like a 52, 54, and I think it's probably closer to a 60.
The bike for me.
Someone showed up on a unicycle? I think someone's shown up on one before.
I mean, that's a... I guess it's not a bicycle, but it's a sickle. Cycle. Why don't we say bicycle?
How tall is my dad? Not as tall as Steven.
Ah, yes. Bike.264. It feels good when you have a thing and then you suddenly find out that thing is like worth money.
Yeah.
Speaking of a story similar to that, I got a message from Roland, and he sent me a picture and he's like, "Look what I found at the Goodwill for $10." And it was a Herman Miller Aeron chair. And I was like, bravo. Bravo. Wow. It's pretty good.
Yep.
For those that are not aware, those chairs...
Did he send a photo?
He sent a photo of the... I'll show you when I'm done.
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't know anything about that, that's the chair I have. And I got mine used, and I was super excited because a new Herman Miller chair is like between $13. I think they start around $1,300, and then they go to
More
depending on what you want. And used, they go for like 500 plus. And Roland found it for $10. And I was like, they are really good chairs. They're really good chairs. Like my chair that I have was manufactured in 2000.
Yeah.
It's
an incredible shape.
It's a 25-year-old office chair, and it's still great. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand why these chairs are so expensive.
We had to replace the gas thing,
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
But like, it's common for that age to need that done.
Yeah. It's clearly a quality product if it can stand the test of time like that.
Yeah.
So
There was a tech company that went out of business in Durham, and they took all their Herman Millers to that one resale shop where they have all those chairs laid out.
Yeah.
That store in Durham.
Yeah.
And they were gone within like 30 minutes once people knew they were there.
Yep. Yeah. Kimmer says, an office chair with gas? No, all office chairs have this. The thing that makes the office chair go up or down, which is
That like spoke in the middle.
which is a thing that has...
It's a gas canister.
Yeah, it's
It's a pneumatic.
Yeah, that's the word. Pneumatic. Yeah, if your chair goes up and down, that's also a really good way of describing it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was a pretty good find. Pretty good find. If you go thrifting a lot, and then also you have to know things.
Yeah. I mean,
Then
it's
you
that way
can
with
find a deal.
fashion and like handbags and stuff too. You have to know.
That's the problem, is that there are many product categories, you know?
Rhonda did that for fun on the side for a while, where she was going to like Goodwills and other things, thrift stores, and buying like nicer quality clothes and then reselling it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know what you're looking at. But again, that can be very hard because you need to have a knowledge of like
Brands.
lots of stuff. Oh, that's very cool. Aggregated says, I once found a reversible Beastie Boys basketball jersey at a Goodwill. I would wear that. That would be very, very cool. We had 65 months from Noah. 500 bits from Gadzooks, who says, hello, grandparents. Today's strange sports name is Central Arkansas defensive back Dude Person. That's what I call people when I don't know their names. The first name Dude is pretty good, though. That feels like a pretty cool name. Maybe it would have been cooler in, like, the 90s.
Yeah.
But still, it's a pretty good name. We also had 30 months from Thief of Embers. Thank you. It's up there with you. Yeah, Guy... I mean, Guy is like a name that you do hear occasionally,
What about
though.
Art?
Vandalay?
Yes.
I've seen someone named Art before. That's not very common, but it's not, like, unheard of. I've never met anyone named Dude. But it's a pretty good name.
Thank you, Megabot.
Hope everyone's getting ready to donate to the Human Fund. Cheesember gifted a sub to Dude Person. It's an old person's name now. How long will it be before our names are old people names? It's coming.
It is.
I don't know if it's still a thing, but it felt like for the longest time when I learned someone's kid's name, it just had Lynn at the end. Mm-hmm. Like it was just a name, but then Lynn. Like any name Lynn. And like growing up, there used to be some names like that, but it feels like that repertoire got expanded to include almost anything. You just put Lynn as a suffix on the end of anything. So.
What's the song? I went to school with 27 Jennifers.
Sorry, I've been waiting for the day that you, of your own free will, quote a Mike Doty song. But yes, that is a song. I went to school with 27 Jennifers. 16 Jennies, 10 Jens, and then there was her. What's the line? I guess we go through eras of names.
Yeah.
I think my era is not now.
No, it's not.
But Stephen is a classic name.
I saw this post the other day that someone was pointing something out. And I knew this before, but it popped back up and I was like, yeah, that's neat. That's a fun fact. Do you know the movie Splash?
Splash?
Yes. Tom Hanks is in it. And what's her face? She's a mermaid.
I've heard of this movie, yes.
So he asks her what her name is at some point, and she looks around and sees the street sign for Madison for the president. And she says, Madison. Daryl Hannah, thank you.
Oh,
and
you've told me about
That's
this.
not a name. And then, like, you can look at, like, the naming charts, and, like, right when that movie comes out, it's like nothing, and then it spikes and comes back down.
Yeah, you've told me this before.
Yeah.
Which is neat. I mean, like, anything can be a name. And it's only weird until it's not weird anymore. Mm-hmm. There are some names that will kind of be around forever, depending on, like, the origins. Like, biblical names tend to stick around. I'm a biblical name. Hi, I was stoned. So I guess you have to clarify what kind of stuff. I was stoned. Stephen George 2025. Y'all know what I mean. Maybe you don't, actually. There's some people that do understand what I just said. And other people that have no idea. But the biblical names tend to stick around. And there's other classic names that have just been around.
CGP Grey has a great video about the name Tiffany.
Yes, we've watched that. So
I think he had to do an update video on it as well, so.
I drink the coffee. The reason I wanted the Tart is because I was drinking the coffee.
Yeah.
Started drinking the coffee. You mentioned the thing. I was like, oh my god, Tart. Perfect. Wonderful. Excellent. Logan gifted a sub to Stephen Lynn. It's probably a real name. You don't know. That's what happened at some point. I don't know what the new
Name
trend
is.
Because in order to know the new name trend, you have to, like, know people.
Yeah.
I guess you have to know children. And be like, hello, child, what is your name? And then they're like, this is my name. And you're like, huh, that's strange. And then you have to talk to another child, and their name has to be similar. And you go,
You need
okay.
a pool of names, yes.
Yeah.
If your sample size is 2 children, then you have no idea.
Yeah.
And DL says, my kids are surrounded by Olivers and Sophias.
So, why? Is there a reason for that? Is there, like, what's the show from a few years ago? What's Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones was big for a while. What's the names in Game of Thrones? Are people naming their kids? I don't know any of the names in that show because I've never seen it. Daenerys?
I know the spelling, but I've never heard it actually pronounced. I do know that is one of them.
Is that how you say that? Daenerys? There are people named Daenerys. I mean, there's also people named Dovahkiin. So, oh, Daenerys. Okay, Daenerys. I feel like it would be weird, maybe, to name your kid after, like, Game of Thrones. I mean, I haven't seen the show, but I understand that there's elements of it that are pretty adult and graphic, and I feel like that would be kind of strange, maybe, for a child to eventually be like, oh, wait, I was named after... Okay, that was a choice. Sorry, I just saw this. Yeah, Everlar says, name your kid after nose. That's a good name. Just name your kid Dracula. I think Dracula might be a little on the nose. But Alucard would work.
Noah.
Colemate says, have you read the Bible? Stephen was killed by rocks thrown on him. The Bible is graphic and has adult theme. I did say I was stoned. Yes. After an amount of time passes, then it's just the name. So maybe we'll get a lot of Daenerys's at some point. I don't know who Daenerys is. Is that a dragon?
I don't know. I've never seen the show.
I know there's an egg.
A dragon egg?
I know there's an egg in the show, because Justin made an egg at some point for someone's, like, birthday. She is the mother of dragons. Okay, so maybe she is a dragon. There you go. Anyway. Renee says, I am also the mother of dragons. Names are fun. This was all because we were talking about dude person. Anyway, we're going to talk about...
I've met so many Chris's lately.
I'm sorry.
Like, I feel like I go somewhere and they're like, oh, it's their Chris. So many Chris's.
I mean, it's a very common name.
It is.
And DL says, okay, but seriously, I did name my first daughter after an obscure Game of Thrones character. There you go! There you go. But the thing is, if the show only exists in people's minds for 10, 15 years, then by the time the child is older, then that connection starts to fade a little bit. So it probably doesn't even matter.
Thanks.
You're welcome. That helped you, by the way.
It did, yes.
You're healed. Here you go. Yeah, do I know a bunch of Chris's? I'm trying to think. I know 1, 2. There's probably more. I've known a lot of Toms. Tom/Thomases. Oh, I know. Fun, easy game. Just quickly scroll through your contacts and see what the biggest repeating name is. So let's see, we got 2 Alexes. 2 Jeffs. Oh, it's gonna be John. Why did I even check? It's gonna be John. Guys, as soon as I was like, oh, it's John. John. Did we need a John alert? Yeah, there's a lot. I'm counting all of the variances of John. Jon, John, and Jonathan, with or without the H. So there's a lot of possibilities there. Logan asked if we have any plans to go to the Universal Park for Nintendo time.
Is that in Florida?
I think it is
or
now.
Or is that in California?
I think it is now. Is it in both now? I think it's in both. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe if we're down there. Next we're down there.
I can't imagine ever going back to Disney. Like, when I think of that process, there's almost negative desire
Yeah.
to ever walk into a Disney park ever again.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard now with the process of like, well, you gotta get the fast pass and it's
Yeah.
like $200 and all this. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But Universal's probably still fun. Maybe we might go and be like, oh no, it wasn't. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, we're also not big Disney people, so Universal has their own shenanigans. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about Mickey Mouse or care, but I do like Mario. So between the two, it would be a lot easier for me to choose to see Mario and be like, this is Mario. like there's a police line up at the beginning, and they're like,
please identify the Mario.
Someone committed a murder. Be like, that's Mario. I saw him. He set a guy on fire. So yeah, maybe at some point. We talked about maybe going to, what's the one that's not big but is accessible? Theme park.
Carowinds?
Carowinds.
Isn't, what's the one that's not that far away in Virginia? I just drove past it. What is it? Is it Busch Gardens? King's Dominion. That's
King's
it.
Dominion. I've been to King's Dominion a few times. I've been to Carowinds a few times.
Carowinds is slightly closer to Raleigh, I think. We looked it up once. Or am I thinking of the IKEA? Because there's an IKEA up that way and there's an IKEA in Charlotte.
Like, I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference to me because
Yeah.
I don't really ride rides, but I like the environment of theme parks. So I'd be good with either thing. But because I don't ride rides, it's just more of an incentive to not go to like the most expensive theme park because I'm not really going to get my money's worth. It's really just a very high entrance fee to eat turkey legs. You got to pay a large upfront cost to have the ability to eat turkey legs. But you don't know about Hershey World? You mean Hershey Park? I've been to Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, but not since I was a child. It's been a long, long time. You not riding rides is why I think you'd like Busch Gardens. Interesting. I don't believe I've been to Busch Gardens. I don't think. Have you been to Nuka World? Sure have. Spent several years of my life there, actually. You call it Nuka World. I call it hell. Yeah, where is Busch Gardens?
I don't know.
Aren't there several?
No idea.
I think there's several Busch Gardens. I'm going to type in Busch Gardens into maps and see what results it gives me.
I have a nostalgic desire to go back to Great America Six Flags.
Williamsburg, Tampa. I thought there was one in Ohio.
You're thinking of Cedar Point, I think.
Oh. Are there only 2? Oh, okay. 2 now, used to be 4 or 5 of them. Ah, okay. Well, I guess we're closer to Williamsburg. When we lived in Myrtle Beach, it was about halfway to either, but we've talked for a long time about getting everyone together and like going to do something like that.
Dan really wants everyone to go to like Carowinds or somewhere.
That would be fun. Mm-hmm. That would be fun. Fall is the time.
Now wouldn't be bad.
No, but also if you do it now, everyone would be like, "What?" Like if you're just like, "Hey, everyone, this weekend we're going to Carowinds," people would be like, "I want more time to know about that."
They still might.
I mean, maybe. But yeah, that would be fun at some point.
Next weekend.
What was the name of the park where y'all got engaged? That was
Brook Green Gardens.
Brook Green.
That was a garden.
Yeah, that was the actual garden. As opposed to Busch Gardens, which is not a... I guess maybe also gardens, but Hey! Steph is on.
Good morning.
Morning, Robert. 5 subs to Zavigons, Dark EXE, Huffpuff222, Jasper the Crab, and Kinneray. Morning. Or
Evening.
Evening. Evening in Japan, I guess. I also just now realized there's 2 arts in the queue.
Yeah,
Say
they've
what?
been there.
Say what?
Yeah, they've been there.
Say what?
Yeah.
Say what? Let's look at these and then we'll beans.
Oh, there's my ride.
Oh, yeah, Mal. Yeah, this is it. Mal went 45 miles. It's so funny because I just released last night the extras video. Voulez-vous couch avec moi? This is what Eco is about, by the way. This is 100% what Eco is, like nonstop. It's just sitting on the couch and going, ah! 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 Like a seal, honestly. The arm, Eco's arm in the game is kind of wiggly. Just kind of like all over the place. Like you can walk around and the arm is just, ah! But like Yorda knows what to do. It's a good game. I've enjoyed it.
Good, I'm glad.
Like I don't want to turn anyone off to the game by saying it's a game and go ah, but there's a lot of that. You just hold down R1 basically the whole game, and R1 is the ah button. Empress says there's a lot of yelling and all. That's true. Hey girl! Hey girl!
What's the thing
grow!
in the third one?
I haven't played Last Guardian, but I'm sure there's yelling, because the thing's name in Last Guardian is Trico, so I'm assuming that you yell
Trico.
Trico. That's perfect. Perfect. More games need a button to just yell.
No, we don't need more yelling.
I think we need more yelling. Bienvenue à Montreal, it's a city. You could go there today or tomorrow if you please. It has got some beautiful sights just like the... What's in Montreal?
I don't know why you think I know what's in Montreal.
Montreal today! What is in Montreal? I don't know anything about Montreal. What?
Montreal.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna rely on you to help me. I'm gonna replay the song. When I replay the song, I need people to only type things about Montreal in chat. Because I'm going to have to make the song Vagabond stop. Because
No one help him.
because that's the only way I'll know anything about this city. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hit the button. Only type things. Do you want a hot dog? Hot dog gift. We've got hockey and poutine if you don't drop it on the floor. The Toronto Maple Leafs are there. They're hitting the puck so hard. Stanley Park is where you should go if you want to cross a yard of grass. There you go. That's all Montreal. That was accurate. That was all good. It was all very good, real things. Very good and real. You You know, I didn't see that, so I was just, it's a lot of weird. People are typing a lot of emotes. Fossick says half the things she sang about was not in Montreal. Well,
Vagabond said, I have the opportunity to do the perfect thing, and did.
that would be a fun thing at some point, to do a song, but the only help you get is emotes.
That's what just happened.
I know, well, that I ignored that. I filtered that out. So I got a few things in, and then that happened, and then I read a thing that Fossick said. Help is a strong word. It was 9,000 for Fossick's. He says, sing about this beautiful city. Not my final destination, though. Fossick's traveling. Like, via dog. Like, riding a dog all the way to somewhere. Man, sorry, I just read that without the word breakfast. I had to eat the plane so fast, and I was like... Then I reread it, and it was like, I skipped a word. One plane, please. We 25 months from Retro Lizzie, 72 from Sudabyte. Congrats on 6, and 77 months from Arian 661.
Go eat the plane.
So anyway, things you should know about. Last night, I released the last March vlog. So I released it at like 10.
Yeah.
It's pretty late. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's good. It's good. It'll keep you entertained for 27 minutes of your life. I got you. It's about all the things that happened in March that weren't on the vlog, which is a lot because the only things that were on the vlog were the marathon and Kepler, and that's it. So there's other things that happened in March, and that covers it. And I also have another vlog that I'm in the middle of editing.
I have a video coming out in 1 minute.
Do you really?
I do.
Neat. Cool.
It's the time lapse of Big Canvas.
Time lapse of Big Canvas.
Yep.
It's a cool time. It actually... It might be my favorite time lapse ever. Yeah. It's just really cool. It's a really cool time lapse. So check out that time lapse. The vlog I'm working on is not Japan yet. Mm-hmm. Not yet. There's an April vlog I'm working on, and then I should finish it today. It's not terribly difficult. And then I'll be working on Japan again. Yeah, there's the painting time lapse for Milky Way Mountain. Check it out. And yeah, Mal just had a ton of auctions end yesterday, so if you are a winner of a painting, it'll be on its way to you in the near future.
I'm gonna work on packaging all those up.
So should be out this week. That's it for like the today news. Yeah. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be playing Eco. As a reminder, that's the game where you go. It's like the Queen wave, kind of. So that's tomorrow. Not finale. No, we're halfway through the game, and there's been 2 streams, so there should be 2 remaining. So this will be the
third quarter.
Yeah, the third quarter of the game. And then Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern, back for breakfast stream. Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, Mao is going to be working on the lantern painting. Yep. And then Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are back for more Split Fiction. So, and I think we're like kind of 2/5 through the game. This is probably going to be like a 5 or 6 stream game.
Okay.
We're working through it.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. Thanks everybody for watching. go check out the vlog or the time lapse or both. And that's it.
That's it.
Orton says, do you know when Split Fiction will be on the Place channel? It is. It is right now. If you're waiting for episodic content, you will be waiting forever. So if you're waiting for that, please watch it on the VOD channel. Because it is not coming out on the Place channel. We did the highlights, but we're not bringing it episodically. So, but don't worry. We have the navigation on the VOD channel to make it as easy as possible. Yeah, you can skip the breaks. Or you can watch only the breaks. Which is a thing that you call them's the breaks.
Breakfast stream.
What about?
It's just us talking. That's what breaks basically are.
Yeah. Man, I've never... Yeah, breakfast stream is basically a Friday night break.
Yeah.
But it's an hour long.
Yeah.
Huh. That's fine. That's fine. All right, y'all have a very good Tuesday. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon for Eco.